Hey everybody, Doug A798 here. I badly want to do another video on the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe 2002 series, so I decided to do a video talking about my favorite episodes from the He-Man series. 2002 series. Okay, with that being said, episode 1, 2, and 3, which is titled A New Beginning, which Cartoon Network showed as a half hour movie. Of course, this starts it all. It shows Skeletor as Keldor in his human form, attacking the Palace of Wisdom and Captain Randor before he became King Randor, and the Masters of the Universe defending them from Skeletor. Losing the fight, Skeletor pulls out a can of acid, throws it at Captain Randor. Captain Randor blocks it, and it hits Skeletor in the face. Skeletor escapes, and then it cuts to the present with Keldor, now Skeletor, Cronus, who is now Trapjaw, and Captain Randor is now King Randor, and he has a son, named Adam. Skeletor, of course, attacks Eternia again, and this time Adam goes to Castle Grayskull. First, he doesn't believe in the legend, but then after seeing his father get kidnapped and his friends in danger, he goes back to the castle, grabs the sword, and becomes He-Man, the legendary hero, and narrowly saves his father from Skeletor. Then the next episode is another favorite episode of mine, The Courage of Adam, which was the first time Adam fought as Adam instead of He-Man, but he eventually transformed into He-Man at the end of the episode to defeat the Force of One, according to Skeletor. Next episode, of course, was Sky War, which I love this episode because Stratos, just like in the last episode, Courage of Adam, he had a major role in this show. So did Buzz-Off. This episode, of course, revolved around Skeletor wanting to start friction between Buzz-Off's people and Stratos' people, and behind their back steal the ambrosia. He actually succeeds in this, but the ambrosia wears off, thus reverting him back to normal, and He-Man defeats him. Like I said, I love this episode because Stratos, just like in the last episode, had a much bigger role. Next episode was I think it was episode 13. This was another awesome episode, Night of the Shadow Beast, where Skeletor had some Shadow Beasts attack the Masters of the Universe, and in this episode, the Masters of the Universe character Ram Man was afraid of the dark. Then at the end of the episode, there was a funny moment where Skeletor says, "At least you guys didn't fail." And then the evil warriors were quiet, and Skeletor said, "Don't let the Shadow Beast bite." And then the Shadow Beast came in, and the episode ended. And it was just hilarious. Then there was episode 13. I don't remember the name of it, but the character Manny Faces had a huge role in this, where Beastman, the evil warrior who could control animals, managed to gain control of him, and I think he lost confidence in himself. Yeah. Then there was another funny episode. There was episode 20, which was the sweet smell of victory, where a tiny raccoon skunk like figure named Otifice gets mutated into the toy supervillain Stinkor, and stinks up Eternia. That was one of the funniest episodes I've seen. Then I also love the episode that ties behind, that shows the origin of Teela and the sorceress of Grayskull. Then the big stuff, the season finale, which was the evil council episodes, the evil council episodes where Skeletor sent his evil warriors to Eternia to get captured by the Masters of the Universe, and then when they drop their guard, hire some new warriors and attack Eternia, and for once actually succeeded in defeating the Masters of the Universe, and at least for a little bit almost conquering Eternia. One of my favorite moments in this episode was the fight scene between Skeletor and Man at Arms. Magic versus machines and knowledge, and this was an awesome fight. This was one of the best fights of the series. The fight between Skeletor and Man at Arms, and the fight between Zodak and King Hiss. The first battle were the best fights in He-Man, in my opinion. Then of course the Last Stand, where the Masters of the Universe finally managed to battle back and repel Skeletor's evil forces. Then the next episode, where it gets really good, the Rise of the Snake Man, where Evil Lyn secretly betrays Skeletor behind his back and unleashes the Snake Men who take back Snake Mountain, and nearly kills all of Skeletor's warriors and the Snake Men. The Snake Men were some of the most scariest bad guys I've ever seen in cartoons. And then the Palace of Wisdom. Then of course and then in the following episodes, which were I think Second Skin, where then the final episode, which was Awaken the Serpent, where the snake. Oh yeah, no. Before that, there was Second Skin, where I think he appeared in the episode before that, but I saw him here. The character Kai Fisto, the guy with the giant fist, first appeared in this episode. Then of course, there was episode going back to episode Rise of the Snake Man. Of course, the part 2 of that episode had that awesome fight between the mysterious warrior Zodak, who, like I said, is the resident anti-hero in He-Man, and then finally episode 38, awakening the serpent, where King Hiss, the leader of the Snake Men, tries to succeeds in awakening some demon snake that attacks Castle Grayskull. He-Man barely repels it with his sword and a mighty punch, and then Zodak defeats King Hiss by convincing his snakes hypnotizing them to turn on their master, and the snakes eat King Hiss's head, in the process killing themselves. And the Snake Men, of course, escape. The Snake Men, of course, escape. If this show had continued, according to Wikipedia, season 3 would have revolved around He-Man actually teaming up with Skeletor to battle the Snake Men and Hordak, who they tried to release in another episode. I don't remember the name of that episode. Have to watch it again sometime. But these were my favorite episodes and moments from the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe 2002 series. All right, Dog out.